Career School Unfiltered Vizo se na bonun chibai tunia ke holim video special guest hi ahi le zamta pu Francis o hokip ahi ama hin tutua Pragnya Group Real Estate Focus Private Equity Pharma Chief Executive Officer panmun atuin hichipan mun atu masanga government sectors NTPC chule sebi azong na natongin ahi lekha lama ma hi beton theita khan hi India adinga top colleges institution ho lekha hin simto pe nei hi lekha lam keu Halloween sports lang hi han music lang hi han chule leadership lang hi jong laman quality chom chom ane ne hi tuni ke holim na wa ko na thiltampi izil do deu ta san na kan ne hi tun u Francis to ke holim na na pan taw hite Francis ke pa me phat man tam ta ne hin pe thei zalan da chunga ki pa tho ka hin saye
Ke ang ke pa sai bai ginsan le helin na sai bang masangin course neo ni bol kho mo win tunin nangin jong hitabang career school unfiltered na initiative haita na hin pada ke jong tunia hilaya kong jaw theijin nang le na team ma chunga jong ki pa tho ke jong kan se na
okay ke pa me amasan u Francis nang ma na nyaw lai nong khan lit na early life chule na academic background na hin sai thei de ham
okay ki ho niaw lai ki ti jing le kana pin na hi le ting kai khulen sada hil lang kana pin na hi na it's also kapa election department na na to ji chun sir champura kahung kum hlavin cham khat chu tuibong quarter a hon kana movin it's also songgela sat patso tabi class-XII chan ham kana ka hi chan chu kana movin na chiao chun kapain haizang khu lekha sim kho sa na zala haizang khu an sim pa chun haizanga ka hung cheng ke win hiti chun haizanga tamzo ka hung khang to win it's the kilhan chun kapan jong lekha sim kho sa na zala chu champura umding le khosim di hona kho sa zal chun hilanga chu champura school hoi school pha chu na ve na hi le i ho ko ma hi chalai dinga school an hoi pin chu St Mary school a hi in is it chun case se lovin ka ucha win class ya pat class-10 chan hi St Mary school ngana ka hung khang le no win class-10 chan chu St Mary sa kana ka in na chezo chun class-11 12 chun St Edmunds College Silonga kana chi in ai chezo chun class-12 chai chun IIT engineering entrance kana pe nei le first attempt kana mu zo lozi chun Delhi kana chi in Hindu College hon BSc Physics Honors kumkhat kana bolin chun IIT chu second attempt kana bol ki nei le kana wangphat pi chun second attempt chun kana mu nei le North Campus apadin South Campus IIT Delhi a kana ki chon su in IIT kan chai chun na cham kana tongin ka to zo chun Bihar Management lang kana lunglu je chun MBA simding in IIM Bangalore kumni IIM 2007 to 2009 na hichan chu IIM kanom kidin MBA chu kana simen chu apara chu se banga chu nang nan mention banga chu se bia kum khai kana tongin chu wa chu to ka to na muni kana join na
okay ke pa ma ma jenge class 12 exam hi Meghalaya board noyan na bolin ka he in ichi exam na bola chun Meghalaya pumpia topper nahi tin kan he in abana class 10 a chu mecha sangta na mukin in na ahin la overall la class 10 a chu na performance na de tabang ahung so pon na ichi class 10 to class 12 a na board exam experience chu nan share thei de ham
okay nan se bang chun se by class 10 chu pia Manipur board hi na na se bang chun Selong choi le chalai chun Meghalaya board an hi in class 10 to 12 experience so tamka detail yo hin sailing class 10 kan sim chun ipiha nan head mai the hi in chalai chun St Mary school thang pia school topper ho chu ke ho best masanga chu best ni le best thom well chu topper ho chu Manipur board azong 10 rank song hi zong le 25 rank chan chalai chan na publish na ball ji na top 25 sang chun topper ho so hung zau zap ta ve ne hi le ke ho chung jong chun skula topper dana ni kyum ji chun ei kyong chu gi gieng cha thiam tho oi za hon chun ki ne pi ma jeng nu le pa u le na theo chu se so siang chun e pi ham reng khat ve chu himunan ti da chu ni ki ne pi jeng oi hin ai le class 10 result hong po chun na sei bang chun math science lang ho chun na hoi thoin ai hin la english a hin kamak chu kin cha level hom cha khat kan mu na hi le e chi top 25 rank chu mark som na ngam khat chun kan mi sin apet chun chapang lunggel zong hi je chun aki disappointed ma jing in na oi za ho zo se kinep na nu le pa te ho kinep na chu tale ei kinep na khat ilung tum khat chu mul so lo ta bang khat chu na ki gelin chapang lunggel chun chilai chun le khasim ni ong chu I tha si liu jing ta bang khat avan continue di ong chu I tha si liu khat hon na kiu min oi za te hong chu pan ta bang chu kap loi le so loi um kit na nu le pa te ho wang choi le gin cha lo chun mo chun ei first rank pe ham na mu jong le chun manipur board a rank mu te di tin jong hi po in na ma jong hoi mo po in ti ho chun mo yo chun console jo chun ni ball tho win na in ko te wang chun na he thi mu win a hi le ai ti chun kan ni kyu me na hi le silong langa hi kyang cho chilai chun music pi ha ni kilung ji chun sotilai ti chun phai langa music training khara kan chi le kahung ki le le nu le pa te ho chun silong lang na chi di he u ti ho ta ke ho win silong langa pathang te ho mo ta ke ho win class 12 sima silong na chi di he ma zo se ticket ho jong kan book ta ve ti khum nei le ti chun silong chu kan zone in ai le chilai ta chun silong kal hun chun kyang chu ka ki gelin e pi ham sap te hon pi ha failure is the key to success ati ta bang chun hi chilaya in a law hin lo na e pi ham pu na na khat e pi ha motivation khat ne ya chu silong na ki je chun silong kal hun chun ai pi yong le class 10 chu e pi ha kilo samai lo le ilung tu chu ki mo so lo hi ta hi zong le class 12 be awang hi ipiham kabol the jang kabol de kapan the jana kapana ipiham khatwang reng khatwang so ka nga go te re ti khat chu ki gyal ha na khat chu kan nei in he se ta dung zui chun komni sung chu le kha chu ani ki ngol pi jing in ki tele na le kha bo chu ne ki boi pi jing in ka to jin piham class 12 le kha ha sim zalin mi be ka be lo e tin kan to jin ji chu Senimans college chilai hostel a chu pung som ve la hun lai na tha ji wi hin na ipg ham yo si chu matai mo ding na ti ji wi da nen as a candle or thimini ki koizin glass kot chunga ventilation glass also newspaper ni ki be zin gu thimi jan lekha ni ki simjin e chun komni chu ha pang kong pang ne hile gin cha le hel chun Bihar Meghalaya board exam achun class 12 achun 5th rank chu kana mu in cha chu peham anunga chu kanung gel la pat chun iti chun ma jong samtan jong ki gel point a ki hapan apan ning lo thin te ding ti chu e peham ane ki gel ji chun ki pang jing in na ein la khonung hin kanung gel in hi le e peham class 10 na e peha kan lo sap e lo le ilung tu khat ne ki mu lo chu alang khana kanung gel ai le it was a huge blessing in disguise to sap ten na blessing in disguise ati tabang na hi ding da na hin nung gela le class 10 bang chun ilung tu bang chun reng ho bang ne ki mole o le khat thi bat ka hi tam hi khat ka hi tam ti khat chu ipe ham ki le sa na khat le ai lo leng khat a chi na khat jong chon nom thei ding da na hin na e hin la e tabang humbling experience hum ki nei pha chun it's not ipe ha nang thip na nang het na hi point it's all hard work na hoi ta ne ki ha bola na ha panal na bol na pan lo le itabang thi man lang tabang ka he ti jong le chun ipiha na ha pan lo effort na pe lo wale you can never really achieve success na ti kha chu gyal do na kha kan ni chi chun ipiha khunung chan gain I think it really helped me na IT kan mu na hile I am hile till do se career ka chin hile I always appreciate that hard work and sacrifice so important and na dedication determination ha pana pan dan hard work important nan so khunung chun ka ve da hile kain kho chi chanam kara chi di na ding zo lang zo khat na hi in e chun class 12 fa reng hong ki mu chun e yong ni tam khat chun confidence so hong ki tha mu in na chi chun ma ban ban ang chun e chun hong ki cha le na hi le hi chi nan se banga chu class 10 le class 12 success failure ti di ham reng mu lo chu ke adinga it's I think it's a huge uh, lesson na elo la important event in my life daning kamuin na it's acho ipiam failure not necessarily na sapten failure is the key to success at di banga ho failure hi pha jam le thasi sang ai cha ko na zu ki motivate da itile success ka tup chu ka mu thei di ham ti hi ke ma on learning kha jam hi na mi tam ta jam experience yong ke ging cha in hi chi hi I think ke ading ajong I think one of the most important event kha ya cho nin do le kan share in na
ki pau ma zenge tu chung class 10 board exam pi hon til tampi hichi nang ma journey akona jil do deu kata sane tu ka do dom khat au min e ho thing lang mi ho hi lang pi a maths la science la ma hi la samji win hichi hi ila sam nau ji hi ipiji ta hinten atm
maths and science tamzo hi nungva da hi ale ipiham ilungel epititi di ha thilkha chu ha e tia hi igel phalle epititi di ha mental block khat yom nom jin na ye ho hin thinglang mi ho hi maths la science hi na ki them poi dai gel je wa ho ipiham ha da na hoi gel wa le ipiham kilung lu lo he thading out ki gel lo ji jong hi diam ti ka ging cha jin na ke ma un experience khatin selling ke jong sei bang chun St. Mary's School ni kai til chun class niam lang cho tham kha chu le kha chu ane ki bol thei tho da na hin nung ga na hi le hin la kim la kha chun ke yong so pi ham pi ha pasal khat e khat de kho sa jap pi hamin kho man chom jap che diam class 3 4 5 khat lai dung chun le kha lang cho ha sanan kil ha samin na ai le khat ve hi pi ham half yearly ham khat exam hin epm lekha cho hung ki ha bol thim ta ni le class 5 ka hi ko mi dan ka nung ya lai le subject zo se hen ka hung pass in maths a hi zero ka mo hin na ele ke on chu kalung dong tho e wanga chu kanung ba na hi le o maths chun ki pass an lang hi le e pi ti di ha rank khat mo thei ding pi ham thil zo se chu percentage song so how hai thei di ti kha chu kan gyal do pa chun focus in maths chu tuition kan lai na chalai chun St. Mary's School Kerala oiza ho khat koma tuition kan panin cheu chun nerisa engineering na simla chalai au pa boy tun RBI om tain ama ho koma tuition kan lain maths chu hoitan kan focus me hile konung chun ipiham maths chu lunglut na chombe khat ipiha kan nei na yanan se bung chun hong chal in hile English ho dang dang hoa kana bol hoi lo wang chun class 10 ang chun piha out of 100 at chun 96 marks ho kana mu in pm chilai chun STR chu state a chu highest age chun piha Manipur bo chun certificate ho award ho pyang chun ni piwin hicha chu kanung ge la ya le mi piham one chu hichi mental block na maths science a ha e tai igel je wa ho mi zaram khadin heading ki gulo elo le ha e te ho igel par a ho ha dan dan diam ti ka yelin na hichi overcome na dinga chu ipi important amit ya le biham ka ka le naw te ho khala ni te an dong phale on kana sei jin thil hu maths la science anup na chu khat ve he la le he chu ha mai the na ewan chu khat ve he la le advantage khat chu le maths la science a chu either it's a correct or not correct na en khat ve he la le biham ai ho ba ya a hin na English or art subject also isimale if you have one challenge so you can't get 100% out of 100 na maths or science so answer dile you can actually get very good marks na as it so either correct or not correct na as a tam zo so mark no 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 mahin ani na so ne le khat we he da le ai wa ha na ar so simle exam ko na vevela sim lo le ki hai ji maths le science so khat we bol da ni he da formula apply da so he da le it's very very difficult to forget na is kimel chi jing the hi cha so advantage zo hi atama atama hi na hi chi mental block overcome na ding le ipam he the na ding akin kana ha sei chele ai pam mastery ka ti jin na masang me so tam tai la I bonai bol abona hui bol go I head go la khun a ha jin he cha kin kana suggest ji kha chele just pick one topic na hello le one chapter so for example let's say maths na topic khat le chapter khat le line lang let's say algebra na algebra bo hom khat line lang algebra chu day in day out na chibo chu haitan practice bol lang understand bol go le na chi chu hoi ta na ni het phale any algebra question hong jo se chu ka hetai nan ti phale hichi method ma chun apply to the next na hichi chun hotel na le algebra na simlong chu geometry ang chu relevant kit na hong ki connect kit kha chu na master phale chun pha chu lut na ve ta but chi chu na master jo phale chun na next topic chu master na ringa chu il take shorter time na gang che na he the ding ta le overall a chu if ha maths le science kha chu subject kha chu na it applies to anything na whether it's music sports na if you have football hiang le if sports hiang le ai chu physical fitness kha chu na nei phat le hichi sports ha pen chu adang kan apply jong le chun khat na zil na phat lu chu na physical body me se chu if ha na heart phat le chun khat abana khat pick up di chu phat lu te ji ta lo hin na hichi ta bangang chu maths topic khat chu hai ta ne he na master nan bol thei phat le chun abana topic khat elo le subject khat master di chu phat hung lu ta lo din na ta le khat ne he thei phat le na lungzo hung lu nin ten abana chu nan he be nom din na ita chu i chala le pi ham cheng chu kyong chu maths ele science anga kana lunglut na hi chi a kon chu hi na topic khat aita tuition in line he chen phara chu aban hong ki thanom ita chu ban bana chu hong chi le subject khat chu lunglut na khat hong ki nei the na cheta banga chu maths to science hi langkhara se dinga chu subject bai pen elo le ma mung na bai pen chu le avel vela sim ngai lo khat ve het le hoi ta mark tam ta mung na the hi ja chu I think first let's get out that mental block na aha e ti pin hi mental block hi lado lew han na a khote lesson ani na chu how can I master the subject chin ding chu yai se bang chu tam ta bola het pho wa lunglut nai ma cham lo phat le boy je na pick one topic take it step by step master that topic tala ban in chen bol lang le na I think uh, mai le ho dang da ho sang bon I thip zo theo in na
nghe adi mà nghe Class-10 board exam chai chule Class-12 board exam chai hon stream hi EPT kilhanwa na phatsam EP basis a stream a kilhanwa phana sa em
stream wang he le yai se bang min mi atam zo tu lang bang paten lo sen ni ho jang career counseling lang chule career option lang hi biha awareness ya hoi jap tai na li ho elo le ki ho le khas high school na kai la ya chu class 10 e pass it phal le kana say ji bangin first division ho chu science a chi ding second division ho arts third division mo ho chu commerce ti kha chu heta bang thima chu ne ki chi ji na ipizia kha chu science la dem arts la dem ti chu ne ki gel ji point ke ke a chu lekin kan hlan wan chu le maths to science lang kan lung lu je chun ke a chu automatically bi ham science lang chu ana kil ana kan la lung lu je chun kan la in na tale abanang chu engineering lang chu pi je am tele maths science lung lu je chun engineer chu ha in te ti khada chu ana ki chu je nga hi tu khanga wang hi lang khara mo now te ho tu class 10 hung pass ho na class 12 chai lang I ti pha la hin actually I think let's talk about two things. One is the timing now when to choose. Career path choosing he class 10 he very important phase hin. To the road not taken to the class 10 acho na choose na cho he can always come back but it's going to be very difficult na. Cha cho class 12 yung hung ge sab ji hi tan na. Class 10 na he choose hung ai ding hi. Acho class 10 acho you can decide based on one is your interest na ipi na lunglu nam second na chunei le na career path so hui langa chi ding na tiam na so for example nga sejing denga cho masang chun commerce ho bang so very neglected ho ni machani gi ya lo en na MBA in bola business lang ho yung lunglu na in head part in even commerce so it's a very good subject ti kha zong gi gyal do na so if you're somebody who wants to, if you have business lang na lunglu na business management lang na lunglu na accounting ikhat lang na lunglu na le even after class 10 you can choose commerce na so pale class 12 pass pale you can do BCom you can do CA na you can do BBA you can do MBA na bona opportunity awa hoi so if that is hilang so na lunglu da hiale na elan the career path hilang so na chino ma hele I think commerce is the choice na say manson engineering doctor elo le hi technical langa chinum ho elo le science elo le maths lang long load inclination nei hodinga chu I think science is the of course the choice na tale arts lang ho hi le typically say bangwin ipiham general studies teacher graduation bola ipiham PhD bola doctorate lang chinom ho na either that is hilang chu career path elo ling lut na hi le I think arts also is a very very good choice na science apa lang chu chi thei tho in na but mainly arts lang ta hi lo wale is say bang ba government job na UPSC ho elo le hichi exam ho penom ho dinga wang chui le I think that's the easiest and the fastest and the most appropriate na it is to arts lang ho ding chun chi chu choice sung hi ding da na hin na cha chu one chu ilung lut na math science ilung lut nam arts lang ti chu class by class 10 chu chanam khana wan chu ki hetan ni ilung lut na chana science lang ki lung lut nam arts lang ki lung lut nam ai lo le se bang chu business lang ho chu le ho lang chu awareness chu anom pon tun wang at least tham kha chom tai na ya chu class 10 na chu interest chu chanam khana wan chu het the tai na he chi ya ko na chu choose the tale eventually second factor chu le itabang career path chu I follow no mam na hi chidung zu yang chu engineering lang ai lo le doctor khat lang chinom le chon lo thela chu science ngai na in la government sector ai lo UPSC lang ho kapeno me ti le chun I think even arts is a very very good option na ai lo le business lang ai lo le biham entrepreneurship lang dang dang bono me ti le even commerce is a very very good option as of today na ja chu hi chidung zu ya chu I think in broadly ya chu hi chidung zu ya chu career choice ai lo le hi pa chu chu su ba le I think the chances of taking the right career path and the right choice significantly improve na mim khada chu 100% hi na ki choose khadi ti wang chu ki sei ti pan ji chu interest I thanop na keeps changing na ja chu later on e pi ha dang dang na thanop dang na khia nom na jong mai thai but broadly as at least class 10 na pass a chu hi chi ho chu evaluate the ball of I chi dung ju ya chu choose ba le I think definitely we can to make a very very good career choice or career path choice na
okay ke pa me India dinga top institution IIT chule Indian Institute of Management admission nanamuin na hungkain hi cha dinga hi preparation hoi tanan na ball ding kata sanin hi chi preparation na ball da na journey ho coaching ho na bolam ai lo le pt prepare na bolam chi chun hin share thai de ham
okay IIT chu biham nekimo deijing na ke cho engineering ke thanop de chan biha silong tal hun chun idea jong an ki nei point chelai chun engineering ke thano me ki ti jing in IIT ho om jong chon ki hanai lo hin in lang kim ji chun ne result chon ki zain aile silong kalung hin umang tin thang tu in asia tong in nong ne het me the hin ama thon kan ki hlan hin ama khun class 12 an chai graduation BSc simlinga hong ke class 11 simlinga ka hong hi amang chon IIT ho tham khat exam na pe sab ji chun ka than dan ho ka khau liman le to na thanu ma hi le class 12 chai na nga le gi wal ding hin to apa hi coaching na pat nga ye initi I think which was the right advice at the right time na I think start kind of say it in blog magazine as his credit goes to his advice at that right time na ja so it's career school so le atang career advice is very very important kin jong kain khum ke ma own experiencing as na hi chi phat ta any advice hi chun selong a chun IIT engineering entrance ading a coaching ki hol le ta po in na Ile chipachon amachon kavehan ile machon best option so ile correspondence course e atin chipachon kavehan ile to like brilliant tutors Tamil Nadu ana ichi institute ho chi ho zau thei pe na he selong amon posa le khawan tha thei pe no ve ti phachon ichi brilliant tutors achon register kan ki bolin na correspondence adingen ichi chon komni sung chu class 12 sim to IIT ding correspondence course through chun preparation chu kana bolin na ha ma jing en ji chu chilai chu embos Meghalaya board syllabus sam chu IIT board te ding a chu standards are very very low on hi na IIT coaching a ki sim ho chu correspondence ali khaw ho chu biha I hil de lam lo e ma ona ki ve ye chun ha ma jing na ane ki struggle ma in la I top tan tan ji chun ki pang tan tan ki pang tan tan hele class 12 kan se chun entrance exam chu kana pin hele kana mo lo hing zo ta pot na ichi pa chun se bang chun Delhi ka chi chun prepare kan bol ki pa chun Delhi chun mayo se classroom course hong biha facility om je chun piyong le ki vehen ka tin prelims sen chuang chu coaching on chu kala di pon correspondence course ho thu chun ka bol nei le prelims chu ka hung through in prelims kong through phat wang chun I think Hindu college class am chu kai ten ta pon na library bo chun ka towin cheu chun main sa ding chun crash course ti khat fizia hun kana join in na apa cho mama ina je chu kol hola of course Delhi ye chun kol power hill kit ole tam zo chu ke thero wanga chu at least exposure kol ho head dan a level ho chu I he ra hile I biham tham khat chuna motivation ta ang le head na chu chanam khat chun na pa chu min hi chu chu kan join na hi le pathen long se chun hi chu thu to chun main sa chun kong lo ling na na hin na chu chu biham level boda level to biham coaching ai lo le facilities also I te lawan chun ani ki ha sama ma ne hin la ni ki tup tan tan ni ki ha pan ji chun pathen in zong biham ya class 10 le 12 ai sei banga chu dei be se ta chu mo na thei chan su ni pi zong in tin na wan pa pi chun ai ti chu na ki lu thein IT kan zai chun yuan sei bangin kerel piha NTPC na champhai kan tongin hele private sector lang ki lunglu je chun MBA chu simlo thailo masanga chu good to have a hin tu khanga chu must have ta bang hong hi pa chun I am ading chun hong ki prepare ke ne hele I am wang chile relatively piham IT sanction struggle so na home job ta ne je so IT exposure hong ki mule I am entrance exam so aptitude ho tamzo maths ho ngi pa chon advantage khat chon no min na coaching yong su kan la ta point test series khat kan join in na career launcher te test series khat so kan join in is our through son kan bol in ile wang phat bi chon e ho wang pya kota ho ma ngom je chon ha sa be se lo chon I am so kan mo the ki na main struggle wang chon IT wang chon le ni ki ha struggle mo mongin I am so wang phat bi in ni pi ha first attempt so ni ki mo the na
okay ki pa ma zenge u Francis chi hi class 10 apan anui langsim chuting le class 12 apan anui langsim ho dinga ipi advice na bol no mam hi chi top colleges ho top institution ho IIT ho IIM ho tabanga crack theina ding wa hi a foundation ho strong ngai na ala kha sim dan hi chana poi mo am chuna share thei di ham
IIT ho IIM ho na institute hoi dio muna thei dinga wang choi le khabia ai biham in sei zab ji bang min quality ho hi va dai le mo hi le extreme ki den na langa hi biha coaching institute tam ta amin na class 3 class 4 ake panoi ta na lung kham ava mo hi le awal be se ki tan piam hin khodam ta no chi class 3 class 4 apa dai piam hostel a koiwa IIT ai lo le chi biha medical entrance ading I tin preparable jing win hi chilom lo mila extremes abin na a hin la sei bang chun hi chi top institute ho advantage so sei lo jong hi heta ben na in fact IIT IIM ho hi chi ale facilities ho sei bada le in ko kon ki kai thele chu de min cha chu kana sei tan ma sangin tek chapa dia dang dang ho kan ki bol jin mi yo se IIT lu ding le le bo jani ki mo til til ji na facilities ho college ho so i bada le chan de ma ma na tam yo ho so seong tam tai kai the dio de sa um jin hi china dinga hi ayo ai se bang chun start preparing a little early na class 3 long long so ka te point na in la class 9 class 10 in simple le hin to nang career school honan bolin stabanga hi I think trip khat I chi ding ham hoilam kai chi ding le thil so plan tam ta gi se ma hin na samja lu de ham ti chi de ham pi bus a chi dam flight a chi dam tam ta thil ki plan ji hin la career lang hi ani ki plan ji po in na alang pi hin mu le pa se ham ai lo le loi lo gol te ho ball ai lo le thanuk dung ju jon ki mo ball ji in na ye chun class 9 10 hungi pa len I think it's time to give serious thought about our career na at least ipi ka bol jam ke long lut na ipi ham na kathanum na ipi ham itabang career option umam ipi career han chileng kei lung lu na ki to dem na patino se chon tu lai in sector zo sia chu mi ho pi di jangom ta na ilung lu na khat tham na lang ho chu contact bola itabang ham career tabang ka prepare ngai di ham itabang quality ngai ham itong kasim ngai di ham ti ho zo do the ta na I think if you can start preparing class 8 class 9 class 10 be awang so iki gyal ha the wale I think once you decide na then accordingly the class 10 exam and very very important so class 11 and 12 na as it so then as one okay decide which branch which lang science la them commerce la them arts la them ti so important decision hin na na and la all the entrance exam medical hitata engineering hitata hui lang ipi di zongle all the entrance exams so si so a subject to class 11 to 12 syllabus hin na eja so class 10 a so which is on the chi them ti so very very important ji so engineering na something le science na la lo le thai lo in arts na la kha commerce na la kha le thai ta lo di na cha chu right path choose na dinga chu very important among class 11 na hung hi ya para chu hi chi na class 11 le 12 sung si si a chu hi chi entrance exam na pi ding chu prepare na bola coaching la na them le na la na hoi ta na prepare na bola le chi class 12 na chai chai le chun hi chi entrance exam khat chu lo lin te te ri chu na go da ya le na hi chi dung zu ya chu na career path chu aman hung ki chi jing de hin le kha class 12 chai chai ring ka tha no me coaching kala no me ti le hung ki pat gol le I think we already lost at least 1 or 2 years na yeah so I think that is very very important 11 12 so focus ta in ko ale khai sakte ale na career path so I think it'll set you up for a very very good career path na
Francis engineering hi hanlang medical hi hanlang any field hi le college ho hi top colleges ho hi i hande dan hi thip ngai in na aje chu bang khu private institution ong min private hall expensive wal be se jing in tia chu e ho kitile thing lang mi humble background ho hin institution hoi ta ta akel han ting leo ipi basis a alhan ba phana sa am
tu te dia dinga bang chu epi ham engineering lang hi le medical lang hi le na tam zo chu a hoi pin ho hi tam zo chu government ngan hi tho ya na IIT ho hi le NIT ho hi le even medical lang a zong tam zo a hoi ho hi government ai lo le epi ham government sponsored ti di ham na institute ho ngan hi tho in tin government piha sponsored institute so hi India i badale engineering lang hen lang medical lang he zong na atam zo best institute top institute so hi piha government funded le government institute so hi thona la in tin na private sector institutes also expensive na cha chu nu le pa sumne ya piham piha sponsor zo hoding a chu still a very good option but I ho sum nei lo sum la sam zo hoding awang chu it's always piha best option so le ita bang government sponsored fee home diu na ho na so hung hai pin di dan ya e chin na dinga chu le ai se bang chu ma zo se chu entrance exam to ranking dung zui hung ei za chu na hichi entrance exam ho focus bola hichi IITJ ta ta lo le medical lang ai ta ta hichi exam ho a ipiha rank hoi thei chana secure bola na hichi dung zu ya chu institute hoi ta khat mun ding chu I think that should be the first preference na mitem khana so ju mu zo lo wale private sector a chu okay loan la anga yong le la ana I career ide khat so pursuing itiale I think that could be the second option na
okay Francis India
ale
college tam ki college hola hi government azong min private azong au min na private na hi la expensive azing min tia hi humble background ne ho dinga hi college ho hi ept choose abova phana sa
na sei bang institute hoi zo si hi tam zo hi wang pat bin government sponsored piha elo le government ni cham khana fee discount ball institute hoi tam zo hoi zo ngan hi tho na lai na tu lang hin private sector institute ho engineering lang hi le MBA hi le dang dang hi le tam ta cha hung tho in na ai la na se bang chona fee ho hi tam thei walin ai cha chu I holding a first preference ai lo la hoi pin wang chu hi le I chi government institute ho na fee zong tam khat reasonable diu na ai yong le brand ho zong a hoi na ho hi hung hi ding da na hin hi chi ho hlan na ding hi alang pia chu hoi chi hoyam hoi chi pham ti chu pi ha alhan chu a ha be se pon na a hin la a ha chu pi ham te le a chan pa ho a reng a hoi nga in na a ji chu counseling ma in preference ki pia a reng dung zu ya chu si to college allotment hum ki bol ji a hi ji hun hi chi college hoi pin mu na ding ai lo le a hoi dom khat mu na ding a chu pi ha bol thei pen chu hi le hi chi entrance exam ho na JEE ta tai lo le medical lang hi jong le entrance exam ho a khu ai thei chana rank hoi pin na ai lo rank hoi dong mu go ding chu hung pai mo ding da na hian a khu tia le chun rank hoi chi mu phanai le ai ma in pe ha counseling pha le chun institute de ai lo le branch de dung zu ya chu for example to JEE bang counseling ma chu pe ha ai lo le NIT ho ai ma in chu I goal thing dung zuya chu ima number hung pha le I dei pa le anawong pa chu ki chang je nga hin na e cha chu institute ho chu a hoi atamin chi chi ti chu ima branch ei to college dei amun ho aung ki depend ki ding hin na a hin la hi chi chu final counseling pha le decide the hin tu important pain 11 12 sim na lai ho ding important pain mang so le hi chi lang chu focus be se nai lo wa hi chi entrance exam pa chu ipiha itile areng hoi pin ka mu thei dem na hi chi chui focus pada ya le areng chong hoi pat pada le college chu hi chi ei mani dei dung chu ya chu a hoi pin khat ai lo le a hoi dong khat chu chan na thei chu hung la pi hum thei ding na
Okay, phal he jenge. Gallup in survey and a in State of the Global Workplace 2026 report ahin population hi hi more than 160 countries are employees or survey and a in hi finding chu phamiti le employees ho hi 100% la hi on only 23% employees are truly engaged akitin remaining 77% hi na to wanga na tong nom be se lo ana ton enjoy lo ki pa lo ti na hi jing in na hi chia hi South Asia a hi lo India di condition hi a kho che in anim che in only 21% are truly engaged akitin na abai lam ki sei le somla mi gen mi kon bo ana to enjoy ti na hin chia hi student ho hin a career hoi ta ki choose lo la khununga kisina dim theo hi win na hi hi nang ma advice ta na hi how should students choose a career overall na nine share thai dam
okay I think very important data so hi thau na ai hin la little bias on him the je chu mi na hi ipiha the grass is always greener on the other side ti kha jong he om ji na for example public sector atong hon as private sector lang ho thanok me ti lo private sector on government ho sector as thanok me ti kha jong so om ji nom ji na hin la besides that I think what is important nan say na maybe the percentage could be because of that na highly skewed because of that but even otherwise na to na at least 10% elo le 20% also ipizia kipa hidio tiwang so I think that is worth contemplating na hechina ding achun I think ipiha kana framework khat masang career counseling khat lai chun framework khat kana say zin ichi framework chune le ipiham tile o factor thum na decide based on three factors factor khat chule what do you like na nang interest ipiham na lunglut na ipiham na it could be music could be sports na lunglut na khat so I mean interest ani na chune le what you're good at na nang chui pilang ana thip na thip na khat chu ding hi na either you have a good writing skill good communication skill na good analytical skill na and sports lang music lang bi ham mi khat chu ki ham bol he ong le ptt di ha hi thei mong lo ewang mi khat so naturally are gifted talented khat feel ai nam zin na so ithanum na zo khat a hi in chele ithip na ti diam na I talent nei na khat so hi in so le athum na chu nei le the paying factor na hi chi na thanum na lunglu na chu it might not prospect pem sumle pai gamu na dinga cho prospect umlo mai the kha chong hi kin na for example ga saving zone masang chun bol pe ni kilung so lunglu so ke ji na tu khang hin bol hai tai pe le okay ISL mean I can make a career out of it na but masanga cho football cho lunglu nai mai te thiam jong ki thiam mai te bang hai ta je be da le career sim na the na hi be se lo so for a long time na Hisabang I think if you take an intersection of these three factors na ilunglud na itip na talent khato hichi whole achu itabangham career sep na thei sumle pai mu na thei na reward mu na thei hichi ho chang thum chu if you get Venn diagram khado kana draws in na hichi Venn diagram che draw a hi chang thum ho aki ipiha aki go khom na thei khat chu ilunglud na jong hiding Ichanam kana lol hin na thei na machal na thei ning kha cho hi ale I think that's a good way of looking at na aji chu na lunglut na hian lang na thip na zong hian lang but le pai na mung lo you might not really enjoy na ta zong le sum le pai tam ta mu na ding hi zong le na lunglut na hi lawa a hi ale mi tam ta in high paying job na investment banking career tam ta they give it up after some time na I a lawyer hoyam tam ta at some point because the grind so this is too much work na they stop enjoying it na hit young zum thei ke bola ilung lut na khat so evada ya na ele chang so care jong so sumle pai elo le ebyam ema ta salama jong na nei le go lam no na thei ding care khat a hi theya hi ale chun hi chang thum chi go khoma hi ale I think that's one good way of choosing a career path where hopefully you can be a part of that 10% or 15% if you are lucky people na it's all azaw na thei ding so I think that could be one framework we can use to decide na
ok ahoi ma jing hoi tanan sei do en tu lai AI ira hitan na AI khang hitan company ho organization ho hin employees ho hi mitam ta a fire ti tabang news akimuji na hi hi tu lai student ho hin AI ho hi explorable wa phana sa am AI related new age career ho hi explorable wa phana sa am
okay I think very relevant and very important question kada hitan na everybody faces samta tu ni chu AI is no longer a hype ti the hitan na aji chu hype me talo hin I think reality is here and me tamta AI in na to tamta jong replaceable tai ti chu head o imu ki mo jeng ki experience jeng ai ta na I think there are two extreme thoughts na me abang in oh AI chu is just another hype like internet or whatever na it'll come and it'll go the laws of moment na abang chu nei le oh AI chu will change everything all jobs will be lost AI will take over everything na the practical way of looking at it is some tam ta zum thona tin hem le ke mudan ti de le it bang technological shift am phal le hin I think if you look at career wise I think that career will still be there now AI chun what could AI replace ne le any repetitive thing hitan ain la will it replace all career probably no na but a level to asu sangding da ning kamun na for example let's say medical data na medical career doctor career na umta so na medical research career umta so AI chun for example will it replace the entire medical career industry probably no na but AI chun probably hichi medical industry doctor ho chun I think they'll have to, whoever wants to succeed na, will now have to learn how to use AI. Na, mas nga computer ilo le internet ako nga le, miso sin Microsoft Office na, Word, for example, Excel na. home mandan chu tu ne chon head lo le thei ta lo na and excel chon man theya Microsoft Office chon man theya le you can leverage that I don't like coding internet chon man theya le you can leverage that to succeed in your career na it's the banga chu AI mang theya AI to kitni will succeed na for example legal hitata na management hitata engineering hitata for example simple as coding ball engineering software engineer hong chun AI chu mangcha a coding I lo le athil na to ho chu efficient a bol the ho chu they'll become successful na cha chu probably saying that which I probably the intake a tz khat hoile AI chun job replace pontin but people who know how to use AI in their jobs will replace na people who don't know how to use AI na chiwang chung hiding he cha chu ipi career he jong le I don't think the careers are not gonna change that much or vanish na is engineering medical will continue but whoever learns to use AI na AI chu mangcha ama career a chu machala hoita leverage bolte ho chu they'll be the one who will become successful na so I think we have to learn AI AI chu head lo thelo ita na world it keeps changing beha so tha jong jing specialized field AI chum chum hung ita it's dung ju ya chu ma field AI mancha de ho chu head ngai ita na ewan chu ichi head kona chu ma own field chu iti apply bola how can you be one of the few who actually fully leverage na AI chu leverage bola nang ma career success nahi the dam ti chu be ham ichilam zo chu focus hungai de we need to learn is learn AI and learn how to use na leverage AI in our work na for example ke ho finance lang investment lang chun all modeling chu excel sheet ani ke bol ji so ki bola financial model ja ki semi chi invest le zat ki modem ko zat tong dem dia analyze ki bola hinna hista banga chuna finance career acho excel sheet le che financial modeling ho man ta banga so it's a finance career ma so how do you use AI na to leverage and better your analysis better do your work na efficiently compared to others hichi pen so I think that's how it will become more relevant na AI chun job also replace yang so hi pon AI cho height me jong lai ta pon it's there it's a reality but I think the truth is somewhere probably in between na and chilai ta so hon I think that's where we have to learn you can't ignore AI you have to learn AI and how to leverage AI na in our careers and in our jobs
ตัวฮี hot topic ขัดกันโปรโดโนมินนะจี private or government job จี hot topic ขัดหินนะไอ้หอ north east ลังอดีตมณิปุรจุเล north India ลังอายุปีบิฮาร์กิติหอ state หอฮี India ดิ่ง lowest GDP per capita income หินนะเอาไว้จะเป็นที่เท่าเตะอมอจี area ลังสีหิน government service ง่ายสร้างมั่งมาจิงเว้นนะไอ้ว่างsouth ลังหอฮี economy หอยแท้จริงมหอนหินจะหอลังเฮียเกลโคลำกะเฮเบสิปนนะไอ้หอน government ลังเฮียหาเกลโควางว่าเฮียมหอนเกลโคเบปนนั่งไงตอนปีมาให้เจลำปังไง
government to private job hi hamni ha sei tho ta vin ta jong le atam zo chun a difference hi a pros and cons so I has how jong hi na a ve vela ga repeat jong so ngai be se lo mai te hin la perspective khat ka ga share nom na je cho private sector a so ta hung ki tong hi ta jin chadale stock market course in the bolivin risk to tam ta ini saving na it's all about risk ta bang hin it's a risk perspective in government versus private sector hi ga ke sei la ji so dang ho so he sao ya so vela repeat sang chun na stock market ni sei bang so if you have to invest if you know the risk na a risk you had ale then based on that you can decide you can take a good decision na whether to invest or not to invest na risky in okay but ke masum my life savings ko ipom ka ten risk appetite is can is adi mang jong le kho poi tele risky ang zo kho lo na but some yi sun so risky aga koi lo ding he ti ani sei ta bang sun government or private sector job jong hi one way to view it is risk appetite na aji chu I hol lang ai lo le yanan se banga UP adang dang ho chu government sector chu ipija chu preference hi de ham iti ale chun probably it's also because of the risk appetite na aji chu i background i family background chu iptm tiale mi chu in kowa chu suman nei zama ipiham okay lo thaka kamulawa lani kamulawa kumkhat lo kamulong le I don't worry na family background chu hoya ipiha risk taking capability chu hoi pha le probably that's when people prefer elole biham mi house ho dang oin government job jong ha gel be lo na chu pgm tele they have that risk taking capability na iho biham family yo se a kyu hello na a family kyu hello so pio now so siang so a lo ang ki depend ding hong hi ji pha la chun probably the government sector becomes more appealing at least a lot of taman lang ipi hi khat hi jong le at least stability is there na lots of se a hong ding promotion chu a pha cha khat seniority dung zo a hong ding ti pha la hin hi chi ji a jong hi I think this risk appetite a hi government or private sector jong hi preference or choice on hi umji yong hit holding a hin na eche achu government sector itabanga chu risk appetite chu hoi lowa item kana stability chu prefers alewang chun I think government sector is a good choice na and actually it's also biham tu khanga denga chu iho background ng chu government sector stability position na respect in the society na it's also tamta very very good points I mean na private sector a chuile yai se banga chu hita banga risk appetite inei the na okay hichi stability also hi jong le risk kalang amen hichi risk kala je achu biham based on my efficiency based on my performance hard work achu promotion hen lang lo la khali jong le tamta dal na thei career ki sem na thei hichi risk su kalang ame ti ale wang chun private sector chu it's very very good because in the sense biha nangma won ke ma example jong kana say jing di ta na langkana chu ga gelding chu e ma to na company ang chu e sanga senior kum som som na senior yang chu mi zan khat nam hin na a hin la patin se as performance ala chu to ke ma biha CEOs company lien ta ai jong les company neo khan ang chu CEO position chu e ma on performance le kha ja chu biham hichi position chu ki chang thei khat in nam min na hichi chu government sector chu thei lo helding hin na istabang ho chu ri chui la nga ma cha patai chui ne yale I think private sector is the right sector for people like na hita bang risa pa ni hoding chu hong hoi ding da nin cha chu factor tam ta chum jong le stock market course ni bo ju risk ni ha sei je wa chu I think that's also one interesting or one good way of looking at private sector versus public sector jong na I think that's one good way of deciding na as a career as a student holding I say way that so hita bang family background to ma personality it's a ko na so I think it's one good way of deciding na public versus private sector.
stock market thunan seile Francis nang YouTube channel ka follow in na video ha ka vejing in thiltam pi ka jil do in finance lang hian lang stock market lang hi jong le na YouTube channel min hi francing ho kip kiti hilaham na
Francing how kip na so copy light so video regular dia ni ki upload ji to lang hi ki boile ki upload regular man ta na I think video lu ho so tam ka dum na lai me the na
it's Francis follow nailo hana follow theu he francing ho kip kitin tin cha ho finance lang thiltam pi na jil theu tampi namu theu he chi chu kan het sa no mo he Francis achai na lang in achai da lang no ta tin financial advice na bol no ma student ho they are young students
I think financial advice he probably student layatsu may not be that important na but it becomes very important once you get into a job na to nan mulang lawang chun I think that is one area i society sungai la sam now lin pin khat area khat zungai hin na masangin am course in the ball in tam ta ve ni sei ta ben mi atam zo hin loi sanding bo ki boi pi lo hung lut pa so iti manage de ham well it grow de ham ti khu aki ha gel be se pon na cha cho le kha sim lai wang choi le lang khara cho we have to focus on na be ha ya se bang reng hai tai ti mu de ham na to na hai tai ti secure dem ti so focus ding a hin but once you get into a job I think be ha lo tam mana cho sum ki housing ding khat hin na ki gel khazin na lo tam ta sanga ai wanga sum well nei khat cha nei lo yong tam ta ma hin na ai cha chu I think as you na to na in pat phat lawang chun, I think that's the right time to start our financial education na. Adang asele career lang, subject lang, education iboi video hin. But once you get a job, I think that is the right time to start picking up and starting financial education na. As you no class 12 pa ha semana sema engineering medical ha semana semana to na ha na mua ai chi zo wa chu hi chi sumla pai ne le go chu hoi ta hol na ding le grow na ding a chu afford it pe ke la wale I mu zo se chu ki ne chai na ni chai ke la wa loan ke la mi tam ta in kho bankruptcy le financial issue tam ta nei na elo le na to na jong lung lai lo na so si pjam te le sumla pai ke man thip lo zi jong na in sunga jong boina ngole pai lo le in sunga jong boina tam zo sum le pai ki man cha thip lo ji hi ji na yeah, so I think that's another important topic but I think that can start once if you have to nai mu mole I think that education financial education we can wait for a few years na if na to nai chai chai la wang chun at least I think that is one area student hall ya koi kyong le focus ding ade sa khare na
Francis nangin course the ball talo ham masa basics of stock market banga che tu latest na ball ma
lui video ho chum na la na tha hi request hung jinga ka bol man nai lo na ta hi financial personal finance khadi request se hung jing khabi be bol di kan bol man nai lo but maybe in the future we can plan sometime na career we have nang in sir tong we have collaborate bolai bol thai na
hinge phama ma je nge ball ma hite ke paum wale Francis nang ma phat man tam ta ei pe zale na chunga ke pathu wale ka hin saya
Inge se boy yo pa me nang jong ha pangilang I think it's a very good initiative na ji chu I think career guidance career deciding that he I think very very important any student na your society I think has an important ta khadin I think it's a very good initiative hoitan hu masal jing in lang nang jala student tam ta chapang tam ten jong career hoitan gi sim do na thading in pan hin la jam jing in lang na and wherever you want contribute on the theme we are always ready na and happy to contribute
okay thank you so much